Hey, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you could join me back here for Let's Animate 30 seconds of Star Wars The Force Awakens in the beautiful, luxurious Burbank, California. We last left off here outside Disney HQ, preparing to set the scene for what is surely going to be the greatest Star Wars spoof of all time. And now that we're back, let's dive right in. We're going to work a little bit on the background here, giving us some mountains, some luxurious landscapes. Let's see if I can find out through trial and error here where this little protrusion of black is coming from. There's a layer that must obviously contain said black. The question, why are these? Oh, I opened up the tree for some reason, that's why. So excuse me while I randomly click through. And it doesn't exist anywhere. How does it not exist anywhere? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did I miss a layer somehow? This makes no sense to me. You'll tell me if oh, there we go. Now, there we go. Okay, so black shading. Aha. Success, we got it, people. We're good. We're all good. So, simple mountains in the back should take no time at all. We'll just throw down a simple rear landscape area. Yeah, that's nice. That'll do just nicely. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't have a lot to talk about today. Not a lot going on. Not a lot of... There we go. Not a lot of excitement. You know, things are just real chill these days, which is good. Puts my troubled mind at ease when things are just kind of chilled and laid back, but doesn't make for great commentary. You know, I got no stories. I got no points of interest, so to speak. Tired of talking about movies. Tired of talking about random things that nobody really is all that concerned about. Tired of complaining about my mouse, but it's still at it. These stupid clicks, they just won't grab the thing they're supposed to grab. What a pain, eh? First world problems for sure. For sure. And it's nighttime again here in my cozy little bunker. Having to do another late night session. As chill as things are, I find myself time poor these days during the day. A lot of demands on my daytime hours that I wasn't expecting, and really getting in the way of doing what I really actually want to be doing, which is sitting here talking to you in like a full-on voice instead of this really subdued sort of gotta get right up close to the microphone. I have upgraded myself now to an ice cream bucket, an upside down iced cream bucket for a microphone stand, as opposed to the empty flashlight box that I was using before. So let me know how you feel about that. Not that anybody cares, but you know, let me know your thoughts. Let me know where your head's at. It's always appreciated. Much appreciated. Now, the fancy inner artist in me wants to somehow put some sort of silly coloring in here. But the practical me knows that it's probably not a good idea. But let's just try throwing down a very simple, colorified sort of sky feature in here. We'll run this out at like a really, really big size, like an 8. Is that big? Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Then we'll take this and we will reduce our opacity. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Oh yeah. Except it's double clicking because that mouse is just garbage. Yeah, yeah. So from afar, it looks good, but far from good, right? We've been over this joke before, but it does hold true. It looks fine in the rendering. Trust me on this one. We're all gonna love it. Every last one of us will just adore the effects of that brushing technique. There we go. And let's just throw down a little bit more across the top here. And we'll even throw some in along here. And kind of swoop it down here. And we're going to Bob Ross this son of a bitch. Yeah, happy little bushes. My style, just my style. No, but like in all honesty, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a strange one. Making this stuff up as you go, but it's interesting. You know, it's gonna look. One thing I can say for sure is it's gonna look exactly how it's gonna look, and there's no denying that. So when we pop that out of there, I do need a new mouse. I will buy a new mouse because this is driving me absolutely up the wall. Yeah, there's definitely mountains there in this rendering. They look slightly better than what you're looking at here. I could go in and tweak the opacity here, which I might actually end up doing. But until then, we're actually going to move on, and I want this pillar here because this blank space is driving me crazy. And I still need to know what I'm going to do behind here, over here. And that's basically it. I got to throw another tree in over here as well. Once that blank space is all accounted for, I should be able to move on. So we're going to duplicate that pillar because I like that pillar. This is like a guard post pillar. Guard post pillar. There we go. Because that's kind of what it looks like over here, right? Kind of looks like a guard post. Yeah. That's nice. It needs to be in front of the shrubbery, though. There we go. Too easy. And then I don't understand. Maybe a smarter person could explain to me why the origin ends up all screwed up and wonky. Yep, that's good. A little bit taller. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we plunk that there. Now we're going to go to work on this here. The pillar shadow, we'll drop the opacity even more. We'll drop it way down. Way down. Boom. Guess we can take the stroke off as well. I'll look at it in here where you can't see it, and that looks just absolutely fantastic. Now, it's the shadow itself, though, is much more angular in its presentation. Something like that. Yep, that looks good. We're going to lose a lot of it anyway because of the doors. So we'll throw down doors. Okay, bring this back up. Bring it back down. Yep, okay. Let's throw the opacity back up. Oh, not on that though. Just gonna check and make sure it didn't go up on the shadow. No, it didn't. Okay, that's nice. So we'll then throw some doors. That's not a very good door. That's a rabbit hole door. No one needs that in their life. Oh. still have that pain. Actually, that's something I could talk about. Is the dentist? Went to my appointment at the old dentistry land there, and first of all, they made me wait like an hour, so I wasn't too impressed with that. Whenever somebody makes you wait for an hour, oh yeah, come over here, and mind you, I mean, they did squeeze me in relatively quick, so I guess they were technically kind of doing me a favor. Although, I mean, I was there because I had someone else had canceled. That's why, also partly why I was able to get in so early. But regardless of the reason why, they did take me in early, so that was nice considering the my pain situation, right? I still have that jaw pain, but now I actually at least know why it exists. And as I suspected, before even going to the dentist, I walked in, sat down, pretty much knew what they were going to tell me, and yes, I have a problem with my wisdom tooth on the lower right side of my mouth. So he says, yeah, it's impacted. I don't know if he ever actually told me it was impacted. Now that I think about it, I don't know if impacted is like I know it gets thrown around a lot. If you ever have a problem with your wisdom teeth, chances are the person's going to say, oh yeah, they're impacted. Well, I don't know if that's what he actually said, and if impacted is like an actual medical state of the teeth that has to be met to be called impacted. I don't know. All I know is he said it's got to come out, right? Need an extraction. There's decay in there, and it's what's causing me the pain. And it's not emerged. It hasn't come out. That wisdom tooth has not come out because there's no room for it. So I guess technically it is impacted. It's got to be extracted, he said. Okay, fine. Then he said, well, it's not a simple extraction. It's a surgical extraction. Well, great. Just what I needed to hear. Never, right? Nobody ever wants to hear that, I don't think. Maybe they do. I don't know. I didn't want to hear it, though. So they're going to put in a referral, which means I got to go to the city. Again, I live in the big Northland, right? And in my big Northland, we don't have access to a lot of important stuff. In terms of services and things that a lot of city people take for granted, I guess. So, got a referral to a place in the city, and I'll be looking forward to their phone call, I'm sure, in the near future, which will mean time off work, probably bringing the majority, at least, if not all, the family. So it's a big undertaking. I mean, it's not huge, it's not a massive life-changing thing, but we've got to account for it. There's considerations that have to be made. There's expenses in traveling. There's all kinds of stuff that you don't really think about when just accessing a simple service like dentistry. And so that's going to be in my relatively near future, I guess. I mean, not that I can complain. I guess I'm fortunate enough to live in a country that is giving me access at all to that kind of service. I guess is nice. Why is this not working? Tell me why. I don't want... Seems like it's doing the mountain layer here, and I don't want that at all. It's not at all what I'm interested in. So yeah, even though I knew that that news was coming, it still was... I was not too happy about it. I mean, I guess there's not much I could have done. Although I guess here's a weird thing that you're going to learn about me right now. I haven't been to the dentist in a long time, and that's fine for me because, as far as I'm concerned, because I've never had a cavity. I take good care of my teeth, and I take pride in the good care of my. The last, like this time even, and the last time that I was legitimately at the dentist for a cleaning, I was told, "Oh, you have nice teeth." Oh well, thank you. I take pride in that. I make sure that I'm taking care of my teeth. I don't even floss as often as I should, but regular brushings, proper brushing, and flossing. I've picked up in the flossing a lot lately, but it's relatively new to be so disciplined about it. And so to have the dentist even today say, "Oh, it looks like you take good care of your teeth," it was, I give myself a little pat on the back. Let's just leave it at that. I enjoyed that. But I guess if I had, and because of that sort of history of I'm just checking the rendering here. Yeah, I can't make out a shadow at all in there. Because of that history of positivity when it comes to, I guess it went to my head a bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Over the years, people say, I've had orthodontic work done, so my teeth are relatively straight. I think I have good genes when it comes to teeth anyway. So there's that. And I guess I let it go to my head over the years, and I kind of stopped going for regular cleanings because I thought it was a waste of my time and money and effort. And I guess, technically speaking, there's a case to be made that says if I had been going for regular cleanings, then maybe they would have picked up on this problem before it became like an actual pain in my jaw that I can still feel right now. I've been self-medicating with ibuprofens, and that's kind of been helping. You know, it's just like, it's generic Advil, I guess, like non-brand name Advil. And that's been helping. That actually does a good job of taking the edge off the pain, the throbbing pain. I can't quite get, again, using the built-in shading feature is not doing me any justice on this. Yeah, that's not very good at all. And this rendering here, let's pop the stroke line off. We'll do that. And then maybe let's try and fudge a I gotta do all this over again. Plain, we'll throw some white in there. We'll bring this over, and let's just see if we can. Yeah, so the throbbing pain, I've been self-medicating with ibuprofen, which has been doing good work for me. And the dentist even said today, that's something to keep doing, if I until I get it sorted out, with the extraction, that is. Continue taking the Advil, taking the ibuprofen. So that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there like that because that gives it just a nice little bit of something here to just, yeah. And I need a new mouse because this is almost unusable. It's awful, just awful. So that's there. Maybe we'll throw in like a little stop sign, and that will be part of. Yeah, too bad they don't have like an octagon or a. What is a stop sign in this country anyway? In this crazy province, it's not a pentagon. It must be six-sided. I'm actually gonna look this up because actually it has to be an American stop sign anyway, doesn't it? A Californian stop sign, to be precise. But yeah, the ibuprofen does a good job on the pain, and I'm self-medicating with that. Although I found out that I was actually taking way too many without realizing it. About a week ago, I checked actually read the label of the bottle that I had been taking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 8. It's an octagon. Stop sign is an octagon. And it turns out that I was taking these extra strength gel cap ibuprofens that were like 400 milligrams. And I was only supposed to take one at a time. And I had been popping like 2 at a time. Like at least like sometimes twice a day. And I was only supposed to take 3 total. So I was sometimes taking like 4 or 5 of these ibuprofens a day. And luckily I stopped that. But in the meantime, after I had slowed down on the ibuprofens, I ended up with a real bad attack with that pain. And really laid me out for the better part of an entire Saturday a couple weekends ago. And that's when I knew. I said, okay, it's time to not ignore this anymore. I gotta see about this pain, because I can't live like this anymore. It's not natural. And so I made the appointment. But yeah, that's where I stand with all that. It should be an interesting thing. I don't really not really keen on it, but it's got to be done. The problem with getting old, man, is things really start to not even go south. Like nothing. Like there's a couple other things that I have to do in the medical department, I guess. Nothing is serious. This is like the most serious one. But it's amazing how you get old and things are not necessarily going wrong, but you've got to make considerations and plans for things that you just never thought. You might not have thought that you needed to plan for before. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you got to start thinking about the status of your teeth a little bit more. You can't just ignore the dental office when they call you looking to book a cleaning, and you're like, I'd rather do not that today, or any day for that matter. But you really gotta take care of that old body of yours, 'cause they don't last forever. Let me tell you. Wake up one day and you're old. It's all over. We're going to throw in a text layer there. We're going to call this stop. And it's going to be filled with white text. And it's going to pop up somewhere over here, I guess. And then we're just going to shrink it down to this area here. And then when we remove everything, I'm going to render and preview this, and then we're going to be out for this episode. Another impromptu, intimate episode that I was not planning on. I'm probably going to do a whole whack of proper recordings of Let's Animate tomorrow morning. And so we don't find ourselves in these very strange waters where we're talking about some weird guy's dentistry and for the better part of 20 minutes. But until then, thanks very much. See you soon.